It is Community Music Monday, which means it is, the music of the community, all thrown into some requests on 2 different wheels of pie. Now, in this context, we are spinning for album pie to close the evening down. You'll notice that there are small pieces and large pieces. The smaller the slice of pie, the newer the request is. The bigger it is, the, older it is, or the more it has been boosted. So, let's see which album we are going to hop into. Shall we? Good luck to everybody. What album is this going to be? Big slice or small slice? Is it the Mars Volta? I've already listened to one of them. Okay, we're hopping back into the Mars Volta. I don't know who had that on the old pie there, but here we go. We're gonna look into this thing. I don't think I found it. De-Loused in the contain. Where is it? Let's just look up the Mars Volta, perhaps. Hang on. Maybe I'll find it there. De-Loused in the yeah, okay, here we go. This is the album. Okay, right? Yep, cool. Guys, I listened to one song from this before, so I'm kind of excited to hop back into it. Francis the Mute, I did recently and absolutely loved it. And I'm trying to remember, I think the song I listened to before was Inertiatic ESP, or ESP, I don't know if I could say the name of it, but we're gonna hop into this thing, shall we? By the way, who got whose pie? It was Roulette Dares that I listened to. Hey, thank you, Tara. By the way, it was your pie. It was your pie. Perfect. Okay, love to hear it, guys. I am going to hit the play button on this thing. Get back into. Is there a duo? Right, the Mars Volta. You'd call them a duo, right? So, yeah, I think they're a duo. At any rate, we're going to hop into this album together. Before I hit the play button, sorry, I got a runny nose. It's very important to me that you know that you are awesome, that you are valuable, that you are important, that you matter, that you are deserving of love, and that I am abundantly grateful for even a moment of your time. If you like what you see, feel free to hit the like and the subscribe button. It goes a long way to help me out. And if you really like what you see, leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you, or join us on Twitch. These people over here are the best people. We just want to discover music with you. I stream every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Arizona time, or MST right now. Come by and hang out with us. Guys, without further ado, De-Loused and the Comatorium by the Mars Volta, hopping back in, and I believe descending order. I think this came first, right? And this was their first album. Okay, great, perfect. Let's see how it sounds. Seems to be an instrumental here. Okay. Ooh, love this sound. Big ambient spacey reverbs. Organs creating some tension. Nice little clean tone.
Clips out of a pink eyesight. I'm not the percent you think survives. I need sanctuary in the pages of this book. Just standing with all the other rats. No
Got it.
sign that my skin will need a graft. I am of pockmarked shapes, the vermin you need to love.
Wow. Yes. This is nice. I think I might have heard this song before. That Now I'm Lost part sounds familiar to me. I couldn't have told you it was the Mars Volta before, I don't think. But man, does that come in so hard and heavy. Like that transition, I want to go back to the end of it and hear it again. It just has such a huge energy to it. And then you have that like drums, the drums here also. And if anybody can in the YouTube comments or in Twitch, tell me what that opening, those words were in the beginning. These. The drums here, the hammer on. The bombastic nature of the drums never repeating anything that they did before. Such a cool part. Oh, perfect. Okay. Clip side of the pink eye flight. I'm not the percent you think survives. I need sanctuary in the pages of this book. Guest jading with all the other rats. Nurse said that my skin will need a graft. I am of pockmarked shapes, the vermin you need to loathe. Wow. I love his lyrical take. I remember feeling like in Francis the Mute, they were like huge. But this like tremolo picking and then big chord strikes thing is such a cool guitar lick. This like high-pitched helium kind of voice that he has is so impressive to me that he gets way up there. I also want to call attention to the guitar parts in the back because you've got a really cool kind of lead happening in the back that doesn't feel like it's in the same time signature as the rest of it. Like, very much like a polyrhythmic thing. In the tremolo picking where it would... Whoa. Drums are huge, man. Drums for days. There's just such a huge chorus here, man. Oh. I don't know if we're plucking or if we're scraping wound strings to make this noise with delays and reverbs and like some distortion on, but I'm really actually I think it is overdrive, not distortion. That noise though is amazing. The nature, the dynamics that they have, going from just hot and heavy to ambient, atmospheric to like tense. Man.
Are you peeking in the
It's like psychedelic hard rock that's fast and energetic and frog.
perforated at the neck?
Reminds me a little bit of the very little Primus I know right there.
A broken arm of suicide, past, present, and future tense. Clips out of the pink-eyed fountain, where others might roll architect. A broken arm of suicide, past, present, and future tense. Clips out of the pink-eyed fountain.
That reminded me of Queens of the Stone Age. That definitely reminds me of Queens of the Stone Age. I can't get past how much I love this dude's voice. But it's also like I've heard this song, I'm sure I have in passing, but as I hear it, it's just so much more dynamic than I can recall. And hearing how fast these drums are going while there's this fast tremolo guitar picking, it flies all over. I love it. Gatlin gun snare drum, dude.
It's been said long time ago, you'll be the first and last to know. You'll never know.
Oh man.
You'll never know. You'll never know. You'll never know.
The way that this is decaying out, I feel like I'm hearing reversed guitars. Like the sound when you play a guitar and then reverse it. And his vibrato here as this part ends. Love that. This whole transitionary piece is just tasty, dude. I feel like I'm hearing like oscillation of reverb and amp or delay and amp when you adjust the timing knobs, and that crescendo kind of leads you in. And this is the one I've heard before. I did the reaction to. So this is a concept album. Having the lyrics here is also really nice because I believe before I just reacted to a picture of dude's face here, but excuse me, coming from this song Inertiatic ESP or ESP into Roulette Dares, the way it has that crescendo leading in one to the other right here is just such a cool part. I really love it. That, and then this noise as it enters in, I'm such a big fan. These reverbs, though, it's huge, man. high pitch. His vocal dynamics are just amazing.
Open wrist, talk back again, and wounded of its skin. They'll pinprick the weakness in ritual contrition. The AM Trinity fell upon asphyxia derailed. In the rattles of made its way through the tracks of a snail slouching whisper. Half-mast commute through umbilical blisters.
Whoa. What a thing to, like, again, the use of imagery, it's very abstract, right? It's very kind of creepy and a little bit discomforting, right? But there's such the delivery, it's so thematic, and again, definitely I would say like avant-garde, especially for 2003. Like, you know, I mean, this is, yeah, this is again, and the dynamics here, going from these huge guitar parts to these really soft and ambient atmospheric parts. That part is amazing. The guitar tones, the editing, the mixing, the mastering, like, it's huge. And that lyric right there is, yes.
It's because this is
Every time I hear this, man, the transitions are just gnarly. Oh. What is this noise? The drums, by the way. The guitar parts are lovely. Night, YT. That when people heard this on the radio, because I do believe that this one saw some radio play, because I think that's like I'd had a concept of it potentially beforehand, but you know that nobody knew exactly what he said there in the beginning without referencing the lyrics. I don't know that I could have told you the words were exoskeletal the first time I heard the song. I recall you guys saying that like Chili Peppers artists, like you said, JF was a guitar player. Was he on this album as well? Flea. Go in dynamic. That explains the bass, but going from like super energetic and just that drop of a hat, like they're to this soft dynamic thing. So JF and Flea play on this. This guitar part is amazing. You know, you can listen. There's two voices happening right now, and one of them is actually just whispering in key. Listen to this. Oh man. And these little ambient guitar licks from bridge pickup is... Ooh. Then Cedric's voice is one of the most unique voices I've ever heard. I like this a lot more hearing it in the context of the album. I'm enjoying the heck out of this. Oh man. It's because this is... And then we end up in this really ambient, spacey thing after that hard hitting, and it adjusts just on a dime, which is amazing to me. Hey, good night, Ninja. Oh man. The ambience and heartbeat of this moment, along with the tension by that bass line. There's just something so nice about this instrumental, man. You really can just melt and get lost in it. This noise is great. Like this kind of ad-libby, noodly, ambient junk that they're putting out there is so tasty. And the decay of all of these noises. And then you hear, you know, knowing that it's a concept album now makes me a lot more excited, because before it just ended weird, but now it's like transitioning you into another place, and these noises are nuts. It really sounds like twisting the timing of a delay pedal. If there are lyrics, can somebody provide a genius for me? So, Tira Me a las Arañas. Really interesting guitar sound. Like this old, like, it sounds like they're playing a resonator, it sounds like, which is like a metal guitar, like it, yeah, it's a metal guitar. but it sounds like they're playing a resonator there, and then you have this really clean sound into. Yeah, I'll let it transition. This noise here was so interesting in contrast, like this real rough and dirty resonator sounding, and then this electric, reverby, ambient lead behind it. I would love to know how they made some of these noises. What's up, Rum? And the panning here is primarily in the left ear, while this other reverby ambience happens in the right. Ooh. Kind of siren escalating here. Definitely a tension builder. And this is also similar to what DMT is like. Neither here nor there. So, Drunkship of Lanterns. Okay. Ooh, man. Kind of like a bongo Latin thing happening up front. You hear that energy? It reminds me of the song Django by Carlos Santana. If you want to see a really great performance of that, look up his performance of that song at Woodstock. Oh, wow.
Is there a spirit that spits upon the exit sign?
Dang.
Is anybody there? These steps keep on growing strong. Bayonet trials, lost propellers away.
The timing of that. This feels a little bit like jazz fusion to me, but significantly more prog, metal, and psychedelic. The changing time signatures here, the bongo sounds in the background, like there's a huge like. I feel like antsy listening to it. It very much creates a lot of layers. It very much creates like a sense of urgency, like again to the point that kind of like your heart palpitates a little bit if you really get invested into the sound. But I can't get past. I can't get past how this bass line and this transitionary part sounds like Carlos Santana's song Django. I'm not familiar with Volta. They said the word transoceanic. It's amazing. The organ sound in the back. Oh, man. These are some of the most amazing. Like this is mind-boggling to me. It does not do at all what you expect it to do. They just keep coming in with different things, but those different things that they keep coming in with are like keeping me on the edge of my seat. Like you have this part. A timing nightmare. And then we're back to the Latin speed thing.
You've got the rock a shovel picks with a cries. Upon the exit of sight.
Did Flea play bass on this one? I want to go back and revisit the way that they edit the vocals there in the background. Like right in here. I don't think it was I don't think it was that, but it kind of gave me an element of like yelling at somebody from another dimension, like as they've portrayed it in TV to us. So like it kind of gave me like a very distant, echoey sound that sounded like, again, it was through like a I don't know, but that's the way it kind of sounded to me. I'll go back a little bit again just to see if that sits, if you think that sits with you. Right here. It sped up and slowed down as well. How are they getting these noises out of the guitars? The rumble of these toms. The organs in the back. Fuzzy, sustaining lead. The bass line there, that bass walk, it just went so fast walking up and down. 8-bitty and bit crushed. Little boots and cats. This has been so interesting. I mean, honestly, it was just so much. I'm kind of finding that I like this better than Francis the Mute. Not really saying like one is stronger than the other. I'm just saying to my personal taste, I have found this, to be a bit more exciting to me. I was like, depending on when it came out, so January 1st of 03, so I was 12 and a half when this dropped. I was certainly not old enough to appreciate what this music is then. But as I hear this, there's infinite things to pick apart. Like this is such heavily layered and dynamic music that there's no amount of me doing a reaction that's going to capture the true essence of what this is. Like I can talk about bass lines, I can talk about ambience, I can talk about, spacey reverby sounds. Like I can ponder and surmise what they might be doing to make these noises, but there's not a possible way I'd be able to pick apart every single noise and niche sound, because this is an album just layered with it, There's clearly genius happening behind what's going on. And then again, to have JF playing guitar and having Flea play bass, and then you have this vocalist with just amazingly crazy lyrical concepts, along with just these hard-hitting drum sounds. Like there's so much to pick apart. Again, I feel kind of ill-equipped to be able to really comment on too much about what they're doing musically, and it seems like the concept behind the lyricism is kind of abstract in nature too, which is making it really fun. But yeah, this album has been energy, has been excitement, it's been unpredictable for sure so far. Like there's just not a way you could know what's coming. It's not possible. So this is let's see, Eriatarka, I think. I probably said that incorrectly. Here we go. I love it already. Transition into it, my bizzle. It does so like their transitions are again so I want to say the word staccato, but I don't think that's what I'm looking for. But it's just sudden, bop, 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 and then mellow. I don't know how to describe those dynamics. Really kind of a metallic reverby sound here.
And all those who hadn't found the speaking so wrong, is it wrong? Of Pavlov they ran rampant through the floors. Is this wrong? Feels so wrong.
This pan work on the guitar, the sound, it's going from like hang on, let me just take it back a little bit.
Is it wrong? Of Pavlov they ran rampant through.
It's going left to right. Oh, dude. It like sends chills up a spine. It's such a good noise, and it really just goes straight through your ears. This might be my favorite one so far. I want to go back and hear that because the harmonies there were actually really, really, really beautiful. But this just all of this, the dynamics behind the reverb and delays of these guitars, along with the panning work that they've done, is truly something special. And this bass line, the bass lines are doing that. And then we're clearly switching into huge. I can't say enough about their dynamics. We go from these hard, mega fast moments to these ambient, spacey, what's happening moments. And it's like... Is this an EBO that he's playing with? Or no, that's picking. There's multiple guitar parts happening there. I feel like I'm hearing an EBO on one of them, like for sure. But then there's also these really delay focused ambient fills with clean tones in the back. And that bass walk. This is by far my favorite so far. How did the Chili Peppers dudes get involved with the Mars Volta guys? Section. The transitions are, man, I say this on every single friggin' song, and I hate that I can't necessarily be blown away by anything more than that, but I just keep being flabbergasted by the way that they transition going all over this thing. It's actually just one of the coolest things, and it takes such a big brain to be able to play music like this that's switching all over the place. The other, I mean, I really am just... They used to replace Like you have that moment right there with you know, a flock of seagulls kind of sound, like from Iran, you know, but with a guitar instead of a synth, I think. No, maybe actually, maybe as I'm thinking about it, maybe Iran by a flock of seagulls is a guitar doing that noise. These really wet, reverby sounds. I think what's very interesting about the noises and the ambient sounds of the Mars Volta is that when you use analog reverb or delay pedals in this case more specifically, when you use analog delay pedals or tape delay pedals, sometimes they spit out this junk kind of sound. Like, I don't know what it is about the circuitry, but it's like a dirty noise and kind of happens after you've made the sound. Like the decays are kind of weird and a little bit modulated and you know, kind of like throw things off a few cents, you know, a few degrees from the sound you're looking for. But it's a nice modulation sound if you know how to control it. Otherwise, it just has like a junk sound. And in this, it sounds like they have figured out ways to control the junk sound of delays and noises that instruments make when they're just humming without really having much interaction. Or like the sound that happens when you bump a guitar that's plugged in, and it's like these kinds of sounds, like the sounds that you kind of dink around with as you're like twisting delay pedals and stuff. It's like they found a way to take these really chaotic big noises, because like if you ever hear a guitar pedal self-oscillate to make that noise happen, it gets really big and really loud. And there's just a really cool way about the way that they seem to control the chaos of their music. The drum. Definitely my favorite of the album so far. Ooh, man. Put it up. I love that. Like these noises that we're hearing, these controlled, Rum. I'm kind of asking myself the same thing. This whole album has been a concept album that really just goes friggin' hard. This came out in 2003, dude. So like, I like, we're talking 22 years ago, which is absolutely bonkers. I was in the 7th, going into the 8th grade, I think. Like this has just been huge. I'm gonna let it transition in. I'm really kind of amazed. I also once again have to pee, but that's what happens when you drink the large from QT. So to keep me from like getting blocked by an ad when I get back, we're gonna just finish up, if it allows me to finish up the album when I get back, and just one run through. So I will be right back. Guys, it looks like the ad break is over. So, yeah, guys, I'm gonna hop back into the latter half of this here album. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 songs to go. This next one we're gonna let transition in from Eriatarka into Cicatriz ESP. Not sure. Here we go. Good night to everybody that's going to bed, by the way. Like a church bell in the background.
Do you recall its name?
Can somebody get me lyrics for this? Because I can tell that this is a big song, and I want to be able to catch up.
Do you recall its name?
Dun, 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 dun.
As it suggested back and called the space in you. We'll drag your halo through the mud, ash of prey. Erupting in a statue's dust.
These drums are amazing. It's like somehow both running the toms and running the hi-hats. It's so nice. Do you recall its name? As it suggested, beckon, call, this face and heel will drag your halo through the mud, ash of Pompeii.
Because the handcuffs weigh too much. Still scalping this ticketless applause.
Ooh.
And when they drag the leg, there's nothing left.
The guitar behind it.
Suture, contusion, beyond the anthills of the dawning of this plague. Sit and lost my way.
His voice is huge.
Even if this cul-de-sac would pay to reach inside of us.
Ah, come on.
Whatever be the cause, sterling clear blacking ice.
This guitar tone also changes from having these like double bend, squealy, screechy noises to kind of being clean and just softly overdriven.
The cause, sterling clear blacking ice. And when they drag the lake, there's nothing left at
Kind of sounds like a helicopter, but I'm pretty sure it's self-oscillation. Wow. The reverby guitar sound that kind of had like the spaghetti western guitar sound vibe, but then you put it in this like mega chaotic context and it's just huge. Drive safe, boy. So did Omar plays the guitar, right? Did he and JF play together and individually split up parts, or was like JF the sole player for this and then Omar just played his parts later? Because I'd be interested to know who played what. Like, I feel like I can hear JF in my head, but then there are parts where I like hear things that are completely things I can't imagine the Chili Peppers doing, but I know have got to be within JF's like wheelhouse. So yeah, one of those things where I'm just kind of very interested in how this was produced. Like the high pitch clean tone here, the clean tones sound more to me like JF sounds, but then like where you hear, I feel like I can definitely tell Omar's parts. Granted, see, I don't know. Like I hear parts that sound to me like Frusciante's tones. Like that bridge pickup Stratocaster kind of sound, and then when you put like delay and reverb on it, but not delay and reverb, but like overdrive and some compression and a lot of treble, I don't know. There's just the distinctly different tones. I feel like I hear JF sometimes, but other times I'm like, maybe it is Omar. The bass walking is so tasty too. Tremolo sounds. What a jam. It's a tremolo guitar with like a really high tremolo. Ooh. This part. Yeah, I feel like I'm hearing a tremolo. Like a fuzzy, but then I'm hearing like that self-oscillating sound. How did they make these noises? Did they use like a chaos pad on top of a guitar sound that was doing tremolo? The way that they create these self-oscillating noises is... I'm dying to know how they did it. This... is this literally in the middle of... Yeah, dead center of the middle of the song. Yeah, like these oscillating noises and swells. The noise of water, like dripping into a hall or a tub, I mean, or like a bathroom. Definitely on the edge of my seat kind of sound. Then there's this kind of uplifting sound, like this ethereal kind of uplift. Oh, there. I don't know if it's more synth or guitar sounds that I'm hearing, but it really does, like, it sounds to me like we're twisting knobs with really high decays. But this is exactly that kind of controlled chaos sound I was talking about. Then you've got drums coming in behind it. And bass. And we're back to kind of this Latin bass thing coming in with this drum run. Oh my gosh. Back to the thing that reminded me of Django by Carlos Santana. After that crazy electronic atmosphere. And these really fuzzy, sustaining guitar solos. Man, the energy of this thing really does just make you want to move. second voice there. Ooh. Mega. I don't think that that's my favorite. I still think I still think Eriatarka. And this is the Apparatus Must Be Unearthed. By the way, for those of you that were wondering, this is the song. I'll send you over the link. Look for this music video. This is the one that I said sounds like that song to me. I'm putting it in the YouTube chat there. But just so you know, like where it comes in. It wasn't Jingo. I was saying Django earlier. The song is Jingo, but it's Soul Sacrifice that I was thinking of. That's the one it reminds me of. So later on, check that out. Not during my stream or YouTube video. Okay? Okay. All right. Here we go. This is like a guitar that wants to but can't. Like a guitar coming out of like a broken amplifier that's just scraping. It's such an interesting noise. Oh man.
I've been waiting for so long for someone to mend my building. I've been searching for so long for something to anonymous. I'll be trying anonymous. I'll be trying.
Maybe one of the most this might be the word I would describe this album with is the word dynamic. I've said it so many times, I'm sick of myself saying it, but the transitions that they have from just going from mega super speed, like mega power, back down to, you know, this is the part that you know is serious and tense and soft. It's man, it's one of the coolest things I think I've ever like heard in music like this. You know, it's so different than other music that you hear. 100% not daily driver music for me. Like definitely not the kind of metal I would find myself occupying in a day-to-day, because it's not really metal. Definitely prog rocky, definitely again outside of what would standard be in my ears, but this album is 100% getting some re-listens just off of how creative and artistic it was. Like in a dial of art and content, this is a dial all the way leaned towards art, and it's so cool.
That it's not too late. Seen you ignite, biting the frost silence.
Oh,
Can you cure us of this fate? Mark the litany in its fate.
the vocal editing is again just amazing.
I've been waiting for so
Who's Motilata? Or Motiyata?
long for someone to mend all the brain. I've been searching for so long for something to anonymous. Oh, reach my name. Anonymous. Oh, reach my name.
Dude. Man. And the guitar and the bass aren't playing in time together here. That was tasty. Another transition into totally different I've described their music as you know, the transitions seem like different scenes in movies, and this is very much one of those albums that is a movie for your ears, as far as just all that's going on. It's so thematic, and even to the point that like the sets change the theme based on the way that they take the music, and again, very much like a movie for your ears to listen to. And if you listen to this album with headphones on, you're truly in for a real treat. And very glad you made it home safely, Boar. Sorry about the idiot pulled out in front of you, but glad that you had the skills necessary to get home safe. But yeah, absolutely a headphone album. This compressed, fuzzy sound.
This is the altar, one that you let me die on your knees, how you act. Much like Omega, quiet and shielded, all intense. On the ground, it appears like a wrath avenging the land.
Ba-da-ding, ding, ding.
Quiet and shielded, all intense. On the ground, it appears like a wrath avenging the land.
Oh man, this guitar work is so cool. It's so interesting.
Who is this effigy? Is this straw dressed in this I've been waiting for so long for someone to mend all the blame. I've been searching for so long for something to anonymous. Oh, that's my name. Anonymous. Oh, that's my name.
It's like reversed here. Like a skipping reversed. Wow. And then just into this ambient outside noise. Guys, I get so this they write dark albums. You know what I mean? Like, it's not lyricism for the faint of heart, is it? Like, these are dark, kind of demented stories the last couple of albums I've been hearing. Or this album and Francis were they kind of a lot to chew on. So this one is Televators. Like, if I didn't know it was a story, it would be really tough. We're coming in with this oscillating, reverby thing adding to the soundscape. Is it really just 2 songs left? Dang. Now kind of an acoustic sound. Ooh. With that tense vibrating decay of this guitar here. Sort of a spaghetti western guitar tone. With these, like, crazy reverby sounds.
They lowered a toe that stuck in his neck to the gills. Fragments of sobriquets riddle me this.
Ooh.
3 half-eaten corneas.
I love the contrast between this acoustic and electric guitar sound.
Who hit the area, stalk the ground. Stalk the ground. You should have seen the curse that flew right by you. Page of concrete, stain walks crushing hobble sway, auto defay.
Their use of language, like they hit you with Spanish and Latin and French sometimes. Like I'm so impressed with their use of language. And again, they're such eloquent, abstract writers. Like there's some very verbose individuals in this lyricism.
Stain walks crushing hobble sway, auto defay.
I feel like MCR happened after the Mars Volta. I feel like both of them probably had their own established voices by the time it happened, but I can hear a comparison. Even though I wouldn't compare the bands, I can hear similarities in the vocalists for sure. That said, there isn't a contest. The lead singer of this band is better.
Every hint of red. Only this manupod crescent in shape has escaped.
Oh. I love this guitar tone. Very like Audioslave, Soundgarden, kind of guitar tone there.
The house half the way fell empty with teeth that split both his lips. Mark these words.
Kind of rain sticky ambience here.
Will circle this city. Was he wrapping the asphalt that cushioned his face? A room-colored charlatan hid in the safe. Stalk the ground.
That stalk the ground. The sound.
Stalk the ground.
And then it came in with this with the lower harmony there.
Stalk the ground.
Never mind, maybe it was already there. And just more present here.
Stalk the ground.
Yeah.
You should have seen the curse that flew right by you. Page of concrete.
And then you get the bongos.
A capillary hint of red. Only this manupod
It's that part right there that makes me kind of hear the MCR guy. That part. This part.
You should have seen the curse that flew right by you. Page of concrete, stain walks crushing hobble slate. Auto defame, a capillary hint of red. Everyone knows the last toes are always the coldest to go.
I feel like to compare this to emo is tough. Like the only thing similar is like the high-pitched voice and some of the guitars, but this is so much more dynamic. Like these guys are better musicians than emo musicians. There's not a. It can't even be a converse. It's not even a conversation. For sure, socially, that there was an overlap, I'm sure, but I'm saying stylistically, I don't think that you'd put him in the same league at all. Coming up on the closer, gonna let her transition on in. Neon Daddy raiding with the party at 21. What is up, guys? You caught me on going into the last song of the night. We are reacting to the Mars Volta's album, De-Loused and Comatorium. So, hope you guys don't mind. Like I said, I got like 8 minutes and 41 seconds plus whatever BS commentary I can give you between now and then. Rooskies, make our new friends feel at home. Neon Daddy, by the way, is the one that invented the bang emote, the one that you see on my channel. So, put bangs in the chat for Daddy. Guys, I'm going to take us to the end of this song so it can transition in to the next one. Daddy and Friends. Sup, guys? This album has been a heckin' experience. Oh my gosh. And this is the closer, Take the Veil, Cerpin Taxt. Ooh, huge energy already.
You must have been phlegmatic in stature. The gates of Daniel are spreading wide.
Phlegmatic in stature. Like I'm telling you again, the like Shakespearean nature in which that they approach their lyricism in this album has just been unbelievable.
You must have been phlegmatic in stature. The gates of Daniel are spreading wide. You let the shutters make sackcloth and ashes out of a blind man Piker's cart. You take the
Piker's cart.
You take the dive. You take the dive. It's not over till the tremulous sings. These are too much of they to make believe. How tips the revenant. Slice up and not a crowd.
I don't think that there's any way that they're referencing the Decemberists here. There's no way. This part is huge, though. His voice is massive. The transitioning time signatures. And then we're back to these transitions. Again, it's 100% like scenes in a movie. Did I just hear a horn in the background? Was that a saxophone in the left ear?
No one last hit that's been you. You find the other is big.
I think it was. I think that was. And then you get this controlled chaos. Is it gonna get big or go small? It goes small, and then it goes. It goes. That's So with the whole album, right? Like they lead you into thinking, like, okay, it's a really big part. Like we're definitely gearing up for like a transition and a huge friggin' run, right? But then what ends up happening is like transition, dead silent. Boom. Everything is in your face immediately. That it's stuff like that that makes listening to them so exciting. Bro. And we're back. So, like, right there, for example, like, so obviously you have Chili Peppers musicians playing, like, you know, the guitar and the bass here. So, like, Flea makes perfect sense to me. I can hear that, right? But I'm wondering for the creative process if JF was really the one that was steering the whole thing as far as these crazy dynamic sounds. Because, like, they're so far removed from the Chili Peppers sounds. They're definitely not that heavy. They're definitely not nearly as dynamic. They're dynamic, just in very different ways. Like, they're not flexing these same kinds of chops, right? So when I hear it, it makes me wonder, it was pretty much all Omar. Okay, so did Omar just give JF the parts? And, like, that's what I'm saying. I wonder what the collaborative process was like, because there's, like, if both guys played, what were both guys' roles? Like, was he truly just a session musician for a guy that made the parts, let John play them, and then just went back to playing them live? That seems silly to me. There had to have been some sort of creative input from JF on this. Middle of the song breakdown, by the way. Such a transition into a different scene. Ooh. No. Oh, man. This is getting, like, chaotic and computery on us. Whoa. The transitions in this whole thing. Yo, Crimson going tier 3 for 15 months, dude. From me to you, I love you, main. In the same instrumental, we go high to low to high to low. And it's like they let different instruments carry the parts in between. That part alone earned the plus. That was such a... I want to hear it again. Sorry. No, I'm not. Listen to this. Felt very Gizzy. A little more surf rock sound than what Giz has. I'm so a fan. And you've got the bongos in the back. Which, by the way, kudos to the Mars Volta for making the bongos sound so gnarly. Not that they're a bad instrument, but I feel like people kind of dunk on the bongos for being like a coffee house thing. But they have been 100% proven that they have other applications than the coffee shop within the listening of this album. The Latin influence to their music is great, but then they chuck a bucket of cold water over it with this kind of tremolo sound. And a tone shift there. Like they go from that crazy reverby, screechy tremolo sound to then just a completely different thing. Spike Mike. There's... Oh, man. This whole ending jam has just been so fun. One more time before it ends. I'm sure we gotta. And then it just ends on that Wurlitzer sound. This album was a gnarly one. It's, again, not something that would conventionally have been in my ears, right? Like, I would typically listen to something a bit softer, a little bit more easy on the ears throughout a day-to-day. Also, the lyricism was offensively heavy in subject matter. But there is like a depth and a beautiful writing style, like riddled with just depth of imagery. And again, for him to utilize his voice the way he does, for them to have just this unique ability to control chaos in what they do. I mean, it makes what they do very, very special. I truly can't think of too many other bands nowadays that have dynamics like that. Like in general, yeah, there are a lot of bands that have dynamics, but to go to completely kind of throw out the form and conventional function of a song, and you get out of this verse, chorus, bridge kind of, BS. Their music just has a life to it. Like I described it again, like it sounds like, a movie for your ears. And yeah, I stand exactly by what I said. And if you're looking at the gauge of art to content, like this one has like the art just all the way over to the art side. And like this is not a content album at all. This is 100% a work of art. And in this case, I almost feel like you kind of need the whole album to go along with it. Like it's certainly a concept album. And I think when you listen to it all together, it is worth more than the sum of its parts. And to me, that's really, really, really super cool. When you can listen to an album and recognize the album as a whole is better than any of the individual songs, that says something special about an artist. And in this case, it says something special about the Mars Volta. Guys, I love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for the positivity that you show both to me and to one another. Continue to be the best. And until I see you next, be introspective and consider the birds. Goodbye.